Okay, everybody has installed Plotly. Everybody, please, attention, please. Hello, attention, please. So we will continue now with the lecture. Can we continue? Can everybody has installed? Everything is working. Okay. Now what we did is that in order to install this pip install Plotly, we went up, we go to terminal, we just install pip install Plotly, right? And Plotly needs another package called NB format. So you install pip install NB format, then you can restart. You can restart, and then you can run. Okay, you can run. So once you run, you get two plots. Let's go through the code. Okay, the first we need NumPy. We are going to use NumPy to create X values. X values, we use NumPy NP, np.linspace. Linspace is just a linear space, -2 pi, until 2 pi with 200 points. Okay. And then we created Y value, Y1, which represents F. Yeah, Y1 is sin X, which is Fx here. And then Y2 is Gx actually. And then you see here this code. I'm using a plotly.graph_objects as go. So I'm calling this package as go. Plotly has two different packages. One is, if you go down the next code, you'll see plotly.express. This is like your express noodle, Maggie. You can do things very fast. The code is shorter, but you cannot customize. Not much of customization for Express. But if you use Plotly Go, you can control more. Okay, so we are using import Plotly graph objects G, graph O object. So we use a short form GO. And then we start creating the figure. First is the canvas, creating the figure. And then to draw, just add trace, add trace, add trace. Any number of functions you can draw together by just using add trace. Then in there, I'm using scatter plot. Go scatter plot. I have X value and Y value. I want it to be connected with lines. So more lines, and then the rest are just name. Here is the dictionary line. I want to control the line color. So DICT is actually a dictionary. Color is royal blue. Okay, so it is slightly longer because I'm controlling many things. Color, the type of line I want, the type of, I'm actually drawing scatter plot but connected with lines, and so on and so forth. So after that, figure update layout, it's all about the labels, right? You have title, axis, y-axis, x-axis, and then template. Different kind of themes we have. Here I'm using plotly_y. If you Google for it, different kind of, so many templates for Plotly Go. Okay, and then finally, I control the size of the plot. Okay, you just need to know this one set of code. After that, you can just replace your own function to draw. Okay, so now what we did is that we drew two plots on top of each other using a trace. Okay, now let's look at the plot. Let's look at the plot. Now you take your mouse, go on top of the plot. So at every single point, you will see the value. Can you see? Okay, if you can also hover, this is hovering. You can also zoom. For example, I want to know what is the intersection. So I make a box. You can do that too. Just with your mouse, hold and drag, make that box. So if you just let go, so I get to see, oh, the intersection is somewhat around 0.7 and 0.7. If you get lost, it's fine. Go on top here, press reset axis, which is the home button. You press, it will go back to the normal one. Right, just now what I did is that I'm using by default, it is in zoom mode. Okay, it's in zoom mode. You can use this button, pen button. You can just drag, hold the mouse down and drag. If you get lost somewhere or what, just press the home button. Or you can also zoom out. This is an auto scale, but this is the easiest to go back to your original plot. Okay, and you want to save this as a picture, download plot as PNG. And then it will ask you where you want to save it. Okay, so it is very interactive, right? You can investigate your plot. Okay, if you do this for your student, ask what is the solution for solving these two equations, nonlinear equation, which is a trigonometric function. So the solution is at -5, -5.4, around -5.4, 0.75. Another one is at 0.75, 0.7, 0.7, 0.78, 0.70. Yeah, so many solution actually. Okay, this is how you can use to teach your student. In fact, your project would involve creating a model for teaching, which I'll release after this class. Okay, now, okay, that is one example. Now the next example is using plotly.express. Previously, plotly graph underscore object. So this one here, you see, not much of control. Well, not much of control. Whatever that you can draw with Plotly Express, you can draw with Plotly Go. But this is much more shorter. The example is much more, the code is much more shorter because you don't have much control. Okay. So here, what are you doing? You're drawing two equations actually. First equation is fx, next equation is gx. So first, of course, I'm creating x value. X is the independent value, and followed by functions, f function and g function. The double star represents power, x power of 3. Yeah, as you can see, x power of 3. Other than that, it's just addition and subtraction, and also multiplication, of course. Okay, and then, okay, here what I did is that taking this f function, g function, making it as a data frame. We are using pandas. Panda has a data frame. Creating, rather than using array, I'm using a pandas and then plotting. Okay, so here x represents, so this is the key, this is the value. X is the key, and then x on top here from this x value here is actually the value. And then I have fx and gx. If I shift run, okay, shift enter, of course you get this plot. If you open up a new window, you write, this is the name, data. If you write data, shift enter, you get to see the x value, fx value, and gx value. The x value and the corresponding fx and gx. This is actually pandas data frame that we created before plotting. This one here. Okay, after that, it's just I'm using a line to plot x with y. I have two values. I have two y values. One is fx, the other one is gx. Okay, so y is actually a list, has two elements, fx and gx. So plot done, you get a nice function. And again, this function, you can always zoom in. You want to zoom out, go up, press this auto scale, or press this home button. If you want to save it, you can just click that, click the camera icon, and you can save your plot. Okay. All right. Now, same thing this time around. I'm using Plotly Go, and again, two functions, plotting with x value, right? And then this is the function live. But this time around, there is one extra line I drew to represent the horizontal line, which is the axis. How I do it? I have here peak dot add underscore h line. H line is h represents horizontal line. H represents horizontal line. You can put v. V represents vertical line. So horizontal line would be at y value. So for example, I want to draw at y equals to 0. Horizontal line, you would give x value, right? For example, let's say now I change y, I want at 2. So here, as you can see below, at 0 now, y at 0, horizontal line. So I want to change it y to 2. Of course, it will go up now. Without change it, okay. Why it's not changing? Sorry? Sorry? What 50? 50, yeah. Okay, too little. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. It's 2 is 2. Okay, okay, so now I changed to 50. Just now I changed to 2. It can't be seen, right? Change to 50. Now let's draw x equals to, we draw one more line, x equals to 0. That would be vertical line, right? So we can always copy this whole line, control copy, and then I paste it, control V, and put H, I now change to V. V is vertical line. And then now I have to give x value. X I want at 0 at the origin. Okay, and shift enter. Now you see there's one more extra line already. Okay, so sometimes I want to draw a vertical line and horizontal line to investigate further, right? Or maybe I just want to add the origin, so I can do that. So it's a very fast way of just drawing the axis. Okay. All right. So 3D surface plot. So for 3D surface plot, if you still remember for Matplotlib, it involves some extra code. But here, very much straightforward. First, as usual, we need to create the mesh. Next, we use this go function. Yeah, follow as it is. Data equals to, I'm creating a list, go surface, and the rest as z equals to z, whatever the x value here, y value here, right? From x value, y value, I create lines, and then this uppercase x and y, I'm creating a mesh. Now I am now pushing into z to create the corresponding z values. So when I have that, now I can put in the surface, right? Go dot surface, and just push it in. And then this is the color scale. Again, different kind of colors there are available for Go. Graph object. And then the rest is just title, and then the scenes all are extras. Okay, so for example, now the scene we are using dictionary to name the label of each axis. Okay, so you enter. So you get this plot. You can just press your button and turn. Don't let go your mouse, press and turn and check. You see, you can now investigate below, on top, left, right. Just press on the button and just you want to zoom in. You just can always do a, okay, you go up, not going up, okay. You go up, you see a zoom button. There's zoom button. Okay, zoom button here. You press that zoom button, you can now, you pull it. I don't have a mouse here, but you pull below. Yeah, you pull, you zoom in, right? I just have a trackpad, but then anyway, trackpad also you can just like hold and pull down, pull up, pull up. I mean, push up, it will zoom out, right? Pull in, it will zoom in. Okay, so you have a number of things you can. There's also z axis. You can there's a rotation, z axis rotation. Of course, when things got a bit screwed up or what, you can always press the reset button to go back to the original plot. All right, in order to go up and down, go back this side, yeah, on the left hand side, hold and then, oops, let's go down. Oops. See, like that, huh? Oops. Oops. Okay, just go down like that. Just scroll down. Okay, so very easy to plot 3D function. So another example. Yeah, another example. The first set, as you all know, create mesh grid. After that, we are using contour plot. Okay, contour plot, basically you see the lines with the same height. All the lines with same height will have same, of course, the lines represent one height. Yeah, this line represent one height, another line represent another height, and so on and so forth. Okay, again, the same plot that we saw here, right? Of course, we have the depth, right? I think different functions, I think. You know? Is this the same function? Different function, x squared, y squared. This one is x minus y. Well, if you want to do the same plot, just want to see, just want to see the differences between these two. I think this is the same. Right? Yeah. Oh, okay. I just copy this just to show you the differences of these two. Make it the same. Okay. You see, this is how it looks like. The previous one, huh? So you can see the axis is somewhat not equal, but this is how it looks like for the plot on top. Okay. Okay. Now we can also do for given file. Okay. In your folder, when you download this file, there is a subfolder called data. In that data, we have population.csv. Okay, this is how it looks like. Remember the CSV file that we saw earlier, the same file actually. All right. So Again, I am using pandas, pd read CSV underscore CSV, and then you can just call data sample. If you call data sample, it will give you one sample, for example. Then describe, it will give you the information of descriptive statistics, count, mean, standard, mean, and so on and so forth. Right? Okay. Maybe I want 10 samples, or you can put here 10 samples inside. If you see, there you go. So you have about 10 samples chosen. Sometimes you just want to see some samples, different kind of samples. So the first column here is the index, yeah, and then the rest are the columns that in your CSV file. Okay. All right. First, of course, we read. Once we read, we look at the data, and then we can plot. So we have the data in the form of pandas data frame. So I get to see the columns. Now, for each column, I want the first one. I want to draw a line. This one's line, I think. Let me see. Okay, lines and markers. Okay, line and markers, and then X against Y, which is hair. Next one, S against Y, which is links. Then finally, X against caret. So 3 plots. And then the names, as you can see, okay, this is a plot. Previous lecture, we use matplotlib. This time we use pandas, and then we use plotlib. Right? All right, so since I draw X representing year, I can always change X representing maybe hair, Y representing links. Just want to see the relationship between these two animals. So that's what we did here. X representing hair, Y representing links. And then the rest are just to label, to beautify, to color the plot. Okay, so this is how you see it. So the character hair population, link population is in the form of, they call it predictor-prey relationship, in the form of circular motion, or it's actually a period. Right? As they one go up, another one go up, one go down, eventually another one go down. Okay, so it is periodic. We say in predator-prey dynamical systems term, we say the periodic mode. Okay. All right.